Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, it's better when you get the first goal and you're playing with and you're able to establish the lead and get your game going right off the first shift. And I know we were on the penalty kill early, but our penalty kill does a good job and scores a big goal for us right off the get go last game to give us the lead, and then we get a power play goal, and then we come into that first period 3-0 feeling good about ourselves. So. You look at our season last year, and why we were a good home team last year is because we had good first periods and we had good starts, and that's something that we need to continue and get better at heading into a new month here in December.
Did it feel pretty consistent the rest of the way too? Just the way that you carried on. Obviously, they had some pushes, but
yeah, obviously last game they had some pushes. I think our second period wasn't that great. Ups and downs and whatnot, but. Overall, we scored some timely goals and we were able to get the win, and that's the most important thing.
How nice was it to play with a multi-goal lead for an extended period of time and not kind of feel like you're on that razor's edge?
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot easier and better to play when you have a lead, and like you just said, a multi-goal lead. So, that just adds to the fact of having a good start is important, and when you're able to do that right off the get-go, it makes everyone feel good about their game individually and as a team.
Is there something about Sean Monahan that that maybe we don't after 6 years of seeing him here?
Yeah, he was here for a long time, so I don't know if there's any secrets that I can tell you about him. But you know what? One of the things about him, he's maybe that people don't know is he's such a generous person, such a generous teammate. He was really welcoming and such a great guy to me when I got traded here, and we bonded right off the get-go. And another thing too is, you don't realize how hard he works. He takes really good care of himself and works really hard in the off season, and he does every day, whether it's a practice game or game day, to get himself ready to play. And he played through a lot, especially his last couple of years here, battling those hip injuries, and it's just nice to see him healthy again and playing like himself. So like I said, great teammate, great person, great guy, and you wish him all the best.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you see him playing, having some early success, what comes to mind for you when you probably keep in touch with him, but just the idea that he's got it going?
Yeah, like I said, he had struggles here his last 2 years, and a big part of that was the injuries that he was dealing with, and they weren't just minor injuries. It was when you get those when you have those hip injuries, they're big time injuries. So and you know what, he's one of those guys that doesn't complain. He battles and plays through being hurt and being injured, and we saw him in agony playing through injuries. And like I said, to see him healthy again and having some early success, and like I said, for a great person, a great teammate like him, it's good to see.
Well, you've been sort of where Sean was. I think you've been at a stop where at the end it wasn't going great, and you needed a fresh start, and people were wondering what was left. Do you root for him because you kind of know what it's like to go through that?
Yeah, 100%. Just because, like you said, you know what it's like to go through that, and also, like I said, he's a great person and great teammate, and he does work really hard, and he wants to be a good player. So obviously, with him going through what he went through, and seeing him go through what he went through, it's nice to see him get a fresh start somewhere new. And obviously, it's a big year for him too. It's a contract year for him, so you're cheering for him as far as that stuff goes too. So yeah, just like I said, just being in his shoes a little bit and seeing how he's doing with the change is really great. And even just talking to him and how he's enjoying the city of Montreal and playing for Original Six team and all that type of stuff that comes with it, it's great to see that he's embracing that part as well.